Welcome to Purity Music. Well, I haven't done a video for a while, but what I seem to be getting on with is doing videos on guitars. Hope you guys are finding yourselves alright, and today I find myself wanting to do something which I have neglected for so long. And if the music that you can just about hear in the background, hopefully not enough for me to get a copyright claim, but probably will, it's going to be this one. What a perfect intro. This is my Joe Satriani JS100 by Ibanez. And as you may be able to see, I don't know why I'm bringing it up here. I do have a much better shot for you. As you may be able to see, I'm missing a string. And it has been on the wall behind me in that blank space just there next to my Steinberger. It has been on that wall since I took it out of the bag over a year ago, and full disclosure and confession, it's been hanging up there without the high E string, and I have not used it. So this thing is in a serious state of neglect. And my mum and my wife bought me this, so it holds. I used to have a black one of these, which actually used to play a lot. Needs a bit of a clean. But one of the things you may see, now it's not going to focus, but you may see, you can really see it right in the center of the screen there. Look at that corrosion. It's disgusting. I need to polish these frets. Now what I might have to do is take my phone, because this I have to do in the garage. If I'm going to polish the frets properly and dress them, I have to do this in the garage. They don't really need dressing so much, but they do need a good polish. And then the whole thing obviously needs a good old clean up. It's still got years old sweat on it. But it needs a new strings for certain. I'm going to assume that it's probably going to be set up still pretty well. If I go into the drawer here and pull out my ruler, let's have a little look here. It's not super straight, but it's not warped in any horrible way. Well, it's not warped at all, but the high E side is fine, but then obviously it's missing a string. So I reckon there's not much to do there. So if you're wondering what this is, just in case you are wondering, this is a ruler with the notches in it, so it goes in between the frets. I don't know whether you're fully going to be able to see that from here, but you just literally put it on there from around the second fret in the right place. I'll do it like that. So there you go. You can see whether there's a gap. So what you do is you put it there and you can rock it up and down, so you can see between the fingerboard and the area, just where my finger hits the neck, over here, just a little bit further over, you can see there's a bit of a gap between the neck and the ruler, and that means that a little bit of adjustment may be needed, but it may be just down on its tension, because although for some strange reason, and there should be a high, but there isn't. Excuse me for that. It just needs a bit of a clean. I think the knob needs bolting up, so probably need to take all that off, take a bit of the hardware off, give it a bit of a clean. So what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of B-roll of the whole cleaning and everything like that, so you can see it now and then see what it looks like a little bit later on. But other than that, that's going to be this guitar. I'm not going to go fully into setup because I've kind of done that on the last couple with the my Les Paul Custom and Rosa, my Godin. So we'll just do a bit of a zip through, maybe with some Satch music in the background or something. Right, so you may not have gathered by the footage at that point. We've come up against a bit of a hitch. So look, if you know what you're doing with guitars, maintain your guitars. Don't do what I've done. I'm an idiot. I'm a total and utter idiot. I've let this guitar sit for so long, and there are others that I've probably sat for a while, but something like this, now Floyd Rose or a Floyd Rose double locking trem design is not overly complicated, but even a standard like a Stratocaster with a fulcrum tremolo, the screws that adjust the saddles are, they're small screws, small little Allen wrenches, and you can come against issues. And as I showed on the footage, all of those blocks that push against the strings there are corroded from them not being cleaned from like the last few times I've used it. They've gone sweaty, and they've had salt, corroded. One of them's cracked completely and half of it's gone. More than half of it's gone. Another one's fallen out. It's absolutely fine because it's on the high strings. But these ones here are all, one of them hasn't got a string in it, the G, but the other three, the D, the A and the E, are completely corroded in there. I can't even get the strings out. So I'm going to have to crack them out. I'm going to put some WD-40 in it. And then I'm going to have to come back to it. Yeah, my own fault. But if you don't know what you're doing, find someone who can do it for you. If you've got lots of guitars, make sure you maintain them, especially if you know what you're doing. Take my advice. Don't do what I did. So we'll come back to this, and I'll order them. Probably have to order new parts, just those little blocks and stuff. Hopefully that'll be all I need. Maybe I should have plugged it in first to see what the electronics were like. Even the pickups are corroded. I mean, jeez. Right, well, here we are. Look, okay, full confession, it is now at least a week and a half later, and I didn't film the last bit. I finally got all of the parts, all of those little blocks out of the bridge. They were all corroded, broken, cracked, rusted in, and all sorts from literally years of neglect. I'm telling you, it can happen. The salt from your sweat can do so much damage to these parts. Paint, even if you look at different bits under the chrome, if there's even the slightest blemish, and look, this is not the most expensive guitar in the world, okay? But the slightest blemish in any finish, metal finishes, that salt and that sweat will get underneath that chromium painting and the plating, and it can swell. Metal rust, strings rust, for a start, but yeah, even the tops of the pickups, you probably can't even, like, if I do that, you could, yeah, in fact, yeah, I know, you can see it. You can see that if you look on here, you can see that line, the inner line of that pickup, you can see they're just a little bit corroded. They should be black, but I've actually scraped them down. So yeah, that's basically what can happen. They get corroded. I took the bridge off. I readjusted. I haven't put all the back and stuff back on. I've cleaned the switches out so they're you can't hear anything. They're nice and clean. So it all looks pretty good. So yeah. So how did the guitar turn out? It turned out in the end. Okay, so it turned out really well in the end. I skipped on as far as this video is concerned. I skipped putting all the bridge together. It was long, it was tedious, and I just wanted to get it done because I was quite excited to get it done and actually play this guitar again. And it's turned out really nice. It's turned out as I'd expected it. Having the polished frets has been really, really nice, so I'm really happy with that. Yeah, overall, I mean, it is a lovely guitar, the Ibanez JS100. If you can find one, they're not expensive. They can be under £300, in the right places. Try to get the bridge on its own is about the same price as buying the whole guitar. So as long as the bridge is okay, buy the whole guitar and use it as whole thing as spare parts. If the guitar, if your actual guitar, I mean, I had a black one of these back in the day when I could really play.
I had a black one of these. I got it literally got it for £100 with a Digitech RP6 multi-effects pedal. I don't even know if you can buy these new now, to be honest with you. I think they sell the JS1000 or 2000, which is the more expensive version. You know, don't know if that's because there's more, and there's an extra 0 on the number. I don't know. Now I'm coming out of some Mackie CR4s through my mixer actually. Like I say, that you can see, yeah, you can see that there. Got a kind of a basic clean tone, bit of crunch onto it. So this has got a core tap on it, this guitar, which works on all 3 positions. Tremolo doesn't lock in any place, so it always, that's the only problem I would say, is like when you got the core tab up, the tremolo hits that. So probably if you're core tapping, you probably don't need the tremolo anyway, because you're probably doing some kind of Telecaster-y, Stratocaster-y things that you don't need Yeah, so you can hear the kind of tone that you get. Got the strings with the action, I've got it kind of within choking distance. If I do it without that, you might be able to hear this. So you can hear a string, see, where it's just about choking on the fret above, and I like it to have. I like that little bit of a ting. With these Damasio style pickups, I don't believe they are actually Damasios on there, but they are Ibanez spec Damasio pickups. But yeah, other than that, what I find that these pickups have, I find they have quite a twang at the top end, even on the non-coil tapped mode. So that's a humbucker. That's not coil tap. That's full. I mean, we go sort of. So you can hear quite a. I mean, the good thing about these, these pickups do have a bit of that. But when you're doing, you're probably picking up the strings when I do that. So they have a top end twang, you know, in every position. I mean, that was bridge position. This is neck position. I don't even know what I was trying to do there. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice guitar. It's come out really well. So after a lot of messing around, the bridge was a pain to set up. Floyd Rose, well, I say Floyd Rose, because this is an Edge Pro 2, I believe, on this guitar. Although the parts are compatible with an Edge Pro 3. I think there's only a little bit in the revision to make it slightly different. So there's not a lot of differences if you have to buy spare parts. Yeah, it's turned out really well. Really, really happy finally to have this guitar back together. Don't neglect your guitars. That's the really. Do you know what? I don't even know if this video is actually about this guitar, the JS100, which is a beautiful guitar. Much better in the red than the black, I must admit. So yeah, moral of the story: take care of your guitars, and they will take care of you. Anyway, love you all, love you, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.